thought I heard this 12-string guitar as well, 12-string acoustic guitar. Hello there, everybody. This is new. This is Getty92 coming at you today with a new episode of Wash. And today we're gonna take a listen to a song called BU2B. But before I get into that one, I kind of like spoiled something yesterday in yesterday's video with Anagram at the very end regarding the general growth of the YouTube channel Getty92 and what we are going to do and why am I choosing some songs. I think this is kind of interesting for you guys. You can, if you're not interested in that kind of stuff, just move forward to the music video or to my actual reaction of BU2B. But I want to address some things. First of all, I get frequently asked how I choose the songs that I was going to do or going to make every day. And I said before that we have 175 songs that we actually have to cover. And of course, I didn't start it with the 1974 first record and just hang along on that list. I actually looked up on Google before I actually started that kind of Wash series for a complete list of every song that has been published so far by Wash, and I found a website which said 167 songs Wash ranked from worst to the best, and therefore I actually took this list. And this is why we had some songs that you guys didn't appreciate at all. But I'm really glad that we are different than the Facebook usual Facebook Wash fanatics groups, that we can still agree or that we can still disagree, but we still get all along here, which is a really great thing, and I'm really thankful for that. That if I personally like a song, you don't have to like the song, but you still enjoy this kind of content. And if I hate a song, and this has happened before here on the channel, because we have had done over 42 videos, I guess, so far about Wash songs. So there will be always a song that I really don't like or hate or whatever. And you guys are constantly then saying, no, you don't, you get this thing wrong. This is a good song. For example, these are the reasons why the song is great. And I totally get those points. And I really love that current community about on the Getty92 channel, because I really appreciate you all guys, except for this one, let's call him Guy, because I don't want to mention his YouTube name again, but you know who I'm talking about. And I will do this only for one time, because I'm not that kind of a person who gives a kind of a spotlight to someone who maybe feels like, yeah, if I'm gonna continue with that kind of comments that I'm going to do, he will definitely mention me in the videos. So this is the first and only, or the only and first thing that I have to talk about, that Guy who is constantly mocking me up because of my accent and because of my personal lack of speaking the letter R in the correct way in English. I have zero problems with using the letter R in German language, but somehow, I don't know why, because maybe I wasn't taught good enough in school back in those days, growing up in West Germany. And if you haven't heard that story, check out the heresy video that we've already done, where I was going into West and East German culture. But to be completely honest, I actually was expecting kind of like backfire because of my accent, which I took very easily. I'm not that kind of a guy who gets easily depressions when something like this happens on an occasion daily basis now, because we are uploading every day a video, or we're gonna do every day a video. So there will be every day that kind of guy who is mocking me for my accent. But personally, I think it's fair enough for him. I don't know his background. I don't know if he has ever dealt with German guys before. I don't know all that stuff. So therefore, I'm really neutral. I'm kind of like Switzerland in that case. He still is attacking me in some way, and you guys still try to defending me in some way, which I really appreciate, but you honestly don't have to do that. I can handle this easily myself, and as long as the people are appreciating the videos more than the people that hate the videos, we are fine, we are all great. And therefore, this is the only thing I have to say about Guy. You can continue posting your comments, and I would be really glad if we can get along with all 175 songs, because the only interesting thing in Guy here is that I actually want to see if he continues to every Rush song that we are going to make. So therefore, let's go right on with a new song, BU2B, and this is a live video from the Time Machine tour of 2011. 2011. I just mixed English with German, which doesn't make sense. 2011 Time Machine tour, BU2B. Let's check it out. Oh, I maybe see a top 20 coming here. Oh, wow, 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 wow. We have to talk about this one. This really made me happy. Oh, wow. That is a song. That is a hell of a song. I mentioned it in the first seconds already. I think this is definitely gonna end up in my Wash Top 20 playlist. I really have to be careful now about saying this stuff about some songs because a few days we already had a song that I was actually gonna put in my top 20 list, but we have so many songs to go. I give you an understanding why this song will probably end up in my top 20s, especially of today, because today is a special day. As you know, I'm a musician, and I've talked about this before, but I will not gonna do any other marketing about my own music here, because there's no place on the Getty92 channel to post own stuff. But to be honest, what I'm currently working on right now in music is that I'm actually gonna do a blues album, a traditional blues cover album, but mainly songs which have been first time recorded in 1915, 1919, 1924, and the oldest song is from 1934. It's House of Rising Sun, which I will cover on an album which will be maybe out this year. But to give you an understanding why I love this song BU2B right now so much, because I was constantly doing blues today. I was actually playing some blues demos today, and kind of like 12 bar blues where it always repeats itself and it's always the kind of same stuff. And you could easily make a 12 bar blues and you just speed it up or slow it down. There will always be time or room for a new song. So I was constantly in the kind of a blues world today. But I do like sometimes metal. In case of like Enter Sandman like metal. I'm not a metal guy. I don't know any metal bands, to be honest. I couldn't name you 5 metal bands, like really classic metal bands. I couldn't do that. But sometimes I really appreciate like metal sounding guitar. And in that case, BU2B is a perfect example for that. The guitar is great. Neil is playing double bass on his drum machine. And it just sounded so amazing and so fat. The bass of Geddy, he was not only playing like normal notes when he was singing. Okay, obviously there he was playing normal notes, but when he was not singing, he was playing these really kind of fast, separate single notes on really awesome stuff that was going on there. I really appreciate the vocals. Sometimes I have a feeling, and maybe you guys can answer for me, because I don't know that. Sometimes it feels that Geddy's voice sounds like there was already kind of like a chorus effect on the vocals going on. I usually don't see Alex sing often, but when Alex is not singing, sometimes Geddy sounds like there are 2 or 3 Geddy voices in there. I don't know how they do that. Maybe they do an effect there on whenever chorus comes on. I have seen that so far sometimes, so I would really like to know if they actually used kind of like chorus effects for Geddy's vocals, even if he's singing alone. Sometimes it does sound kind of manipulated, but not in a bad way. It sounds good in a very good way. So therefore, I think BU2B will end up in my top 20 list. I have to be careful now with what I say, but this is a great song. This is a song that I would actually like to send to my guitarist, because you remember that when we are doing that reaction video to Driven, where we actually saw that music video where I told you that my guitar player appreciate that song. I'm gonna send him BU2B. I think he will appreciate that one. So overall, a great song. This is exactly how Wash has to sound, at least for me. That is the classic Wash sound that I'm looking for in most cases, but in some cases, I do really appreciate some Here Again, for example. I really do. But this has nothing to do with my current plan of recording a blues album. So see you guys tomorrow with the new episode, and tomorrow we're gonna do, maybe this is a fan favorite, I'm not sure, Ghost Rider. You better tell me that. So see you guys tomorrow. BU2B. Bye.